Hey, what's up? It's Frankie here. We're going to be talking about scaling a digital marketing agency. So let's get into it. So what's up, all you beautiful people? And YouTube land, all 6 of you guys. I love you guys, by the way. And I just wanted to talk about something that I see really happen a lot, which is I see people who have 3 to 5 clients. And by the way, here in Mexico, we're down the beach. This is my pad. And people working really hard, doing an awesome job for 3 to 5 clients. And then what happens is they figure out, they unlock a little bit about how to sell agency stuff, and it quickly goes from like 3 to 5 or maybe 7 clients up to like 15, 20, maybe even 30. And usually right about then, shit hits the fan. And I'll hear people say things like, well, you know, the agency model just doesn't scale. I mean, you may have even said that. The agency model does not scale. And if you said that, if that's you would be wrong. Because almost always it's a problem of structure. It sounds like the most German thing ever, by the way. So what do I mean by that? Well, I want you to imagine, for example, when McDonald's first started. When McDonald's first started, by the way, they didn't even offer French fries. You couldn't even get a cheeseburger. They had exactly one thing on the menu: hamburgers. That was their first location. I think it was like 5 or 10 cents. Eventually, they jacked up their prices to 15 cents, those crazy people. And when you went to McDonald's, like, you know, compared to today, I don't eat that shit personally, but just if you do, that's cool. I used to for a lot of years. I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying, I don't. But McDonald's now has French fries and wraps and that monstrosity filet-o-fish, that fucking disgusting thing, and all kinds of things. By the way, does the Latin music those guys working over there kind of make it? And the you can get like 100 things on a McDonald's menu now. But here's the thing. McDonald's didn't start doing that. McDonald's had a burger, and there's a huge difference between custom and customization. What happens is most agencies are doing custom. Hey, you need a website? Sure, I do that. You need some AdWords? I do that. You're a plumber? Let's do that. You're a dentist? That's great. You're a SaaS company? Great. Do some e-commerce? Great. Now that sounds cool when you got 3 to 7 clients, but quickly when you get to 10, you're going to be maxed out. You're going to be working probably 40 to 80 hours a week with 10 clients and stressed balancing the delivery and the sales aspect of it. And what happens is that kind of agency doesn't scale because it's custom. It's the equivalent of going to McDonald's and saying, you want French fries? Sure. You want a pizza? We'll make a pizza. It's not on the menu. Well, I'll make you a pizza. Why not? You want a wrap? Sure. You want some supersized Coca-Cola? You want a new drink? You want me to make you an ice cream sandwich? Sure, we'll make you an ice cream sandwich. And what happens is then you try and bring on help, and they go, well, how do I make an ice cream sandwich? How do I do this? How do I do that? Now, I want you to compare that to customization. Customization says, looks like this, says, hey, can I get pickles on my burger? So yeah, I can put pickles on your burger. Would it be okay to get some cheese? Actually, I'm not a huge fan of mustard. Could you not put mustard on my burger? Would it be okay to get my bun toasted? But the difference between those, by the way, is in the example of customization is you're still making a basic burger every time. Yeah, there's little pieces. You're changing 10 to 15% of it. But the same basic recipe is the same. And I'll tell you why this scales better. It's because you get to reuse stuff from client to client to client. So I actually just have a new guy in my agency running Facebook ads, and I'm pretty proud of this one. His name is Bogdan, the B-Dog. He may even be watching. What's up, B-Dog, if you're watching? B-Dog's a very smart, talented fellow, but has never, ever in his life ever ran a Facebook ad campaign, and now he's managing multiple clients doing that successfully for us. And part of how he was able to do that is we already had the burger recipe. Got the buns, the ketchup, the ads, the targeting, the copy, the images. So he's customizing 10 to 15%. And so the system's already in place to make really great burgers. Hey, can you help me make great, fantastic burgers? So when you do that, by the way, what ends up happening is agency scales a lot easier with more clients, and it's actually less work. And so a big part of that is selling intentionally and saying no. You guys are hanging out in my bedroom, by the way. Just going to the bathroom. I forget what I was looking for in here. So random trip to Frankie's bathroom where I forgot why I came in here. So when you do this in your agency, what you'll find is that barrier of getting to like 15, 20, 30 clients where shit hits the fan and now you're trying to hire amazing help on a budget, which very rarely works out. Amazing help and budget are kind of usually conflicting ideas, is you can have good teachable people that can make your burgers, because they're not trying to make a fillet of fish, they're not trying to make a wrap, they're not trying to make a pizza, and therefore your scope is actually narrow. Now I always say something that's really, really key to understand is if you're building a lifestyle agency, like if you're not trying to build like a fucking $9 million world's biggest agency, these guys over here are like cracking me up. When you build that kind of agency, what happens is you are gonna max out at like 100 clients. That's the most you're ever gonna have. In fact, it's probably gonna be less than that. It's probably gonna be like 30 to 50 max. And so what happens is when you realize that, instead of thinking about how can I get the most number of dentists or the most number of yoga teachers or whoever it is you're trying to get, think about how can I get the right 30 to 50 people and dramatically shrink the number of people I'm trying to reach. Now this is like a little bit counterintuitive, but like one of our webinars brought us about $50,000 a month in our agency for many, many years. I ran that webinar without changing very much. Oh my God, my Zelda bee is climbing away. Zelda bee! It was parenting at its finest. One of the things that was very interesting is we did that with a small number of leads. I think less than 300 a month total. And most people would say, well, you need gazillions of leads to do huge numbers, and that is not true. In fact, in our agency right now, I'm actually sending about 200 direct mail custom pieces a month, and those, you better believe, are super, super targeted, but I'm not trying to reach the 1.5 million lawyers in the world. I'm just thinking who are the most closest to the 100 that I'm trying to work with, and so it's less but better. So I want you to think about doing that in your agency. How can I make less but better and just deliver customized hamburgers? And what you'll find is your agency scales better. So that's all I got for you guys today. May the force be with you. And make sure to subscribe if you're not already, because otherwise you're missing out on the crazy Mexican dances. Woo!